a lot of crawling, can move very quickly along the bottom. They do also have the ability to do some swimming, which they a lot of times will be doing on their back, using their gills. Their gills are right here. They're called book gills because they look like pages in a book, and they can pulsate those and giving them a little bit of propulsion there. Their tail can act as a rudder, but its main purpose, now you'll see on the sign here, don't pick up horseshoe crabs by their tail. Is it dangerous?
Yes.
Yes? You mean it would hurt you if you touched it?
Yes.
No, horseshoe crabs are harmless. That warning isn't for your protection, it's for theirs. Because you see, their tail is attached by a single joint. If you were to pick them up by their tail, you could break it off, but it would also be very painful for them. So that's why we don't want you to pick them up by their tail. Their main purpose of this tail is actually what he's doing right now. He's searching for the bottom because he's not safe when he's on his back. When he's on his feet, or on his legs, he's basically wearing a helmet. He's got a lot of protection. But if he gets flipped over onto his back, now he's vulnerable. He's not safe that way. So he wants to get himself flipped back onto his legs where he's safe. So he uses that tail as a lever and flips himself over.
Whoa. Smart.
But now, what's our horseshoe crab going to eat? If he's harmless and he can't pinch us, what's he going to be able to eat if he's not very strong?
Fish.
Only if the fish was already dead, he might be able to eat some fish. Our horseshoe crab is going to be searching through the bottom, mud, sand, and rocks, using those long tweezer-like legs and looking for invertebrates, soft-bodied animals like marine worms that he's going to be able to pull up and put into his mouth. Now, where's his mouth?
On the other side?
It's on the underside. We're looking right at it. It runs right down the center of his body in between all those legs. And there aren't any teeth. It's just bristles that are pointing in. So our horseshoe crab can use these two little feeding claws to help him push food down into his stomach. And then he actually has to move his legs, because if he's not moving his legs, he's not pushing food down into his stomach. So our horseshoe crabs are literally eating on the run. Now, horseshoe crabs actually don't have that many predators because they do have this nice strong shell, at least once they get large in size. When they're tiny, they start out very tiny, then pretty much anything can eat them. Birds when they're up on the beach and the eggs are still in the sand, and then fish as they're first getting out into the water. But once they get to adult size, they don't have too many predators. Maybe sea turtles would be able to eat them, animals with really strong jaws that would be able to crack that shell. So our horseshoe crabs are pretty safe out there. So as you can see, our animals in the water, even though when we think about animals moving around in the water, we think they swim. That's how you get around in the water. But we have a lot of other animals that find other ways of getting around out there and keeping themselves safe. So they all have these different ways, and how they do that makes it